efforts. Science today, we're going to continue with what we were doing yesterday, but I want to show you some things. Yesterday I went to school and I got your plants. And we have good news and we have not so good news. Okay, so I want to show it to you. All right. Can everyone see this fella? He's all brown water. He's not doing too well. I think he's dead. And this was Toby. Sorry, Toby people. Cohort A, my homeroom. Okay. I just randomly grabbed them, so it's no order. But here is this guy. And this one is Sean Galacticus, cohort B from my room. This basil is doing really well. It's got a lot of new growth on it. Okay? 2 more and then I'm done. We have this poor guy who's friends with Toby. There's actually mold growing. There's chemical changes because there's mold growing on this stem. I don't know if you can see it. There's a lot of mold on there. This poor friend is Owen. Sorry, he didn't make it. But the resist the elements, look at this one. This is cohort A, and I think this was Greenie in Miss Eric's room.
Nice.
And this guy is doing really well as the roots are hitting the bottom. The roots are so long. This is a really healthy plant. So he is doing very well. So I think we need to bury Owen and Toby. They'll become decomposers. I know. So who else still has a plant that's alive? So we are 50% rate. Mine died.
Alexa Redmond.
So on Monday, Alexa's plant is doing great. And if you have a plant and you can get it during the fall, you can bring it on science, or Callie's is alive, you can bring it on Monday. Michael Ritz, is yours alive? Michael, good job. All right, that's all I have today. Me and my plants. Over to you, Mrs. Everett or Miss Curry.
All right. ELA today. So if you came on yesterday's meeting, you know that yesterday's live lesson, you know that we did not get to the 16B graphic organizer. So we're going to be doing that today. So I kind of stitched together the end of yesterday's lesson with today's lesson in the folder. So like Lindsay, I just got an email from your dad that you're not going to be able to make it to the meeting. So you'll be able to just watch that whole video and it'll pick up where we left off yesterday. Okay. So for some reason you email or your parents email letting us know that you can't come to class, just know that I picked it up where we left off. Okay. Other than that, I'm finishing up grades tomorrow. So today, Mrs. McGuff and I, Miss Curry, all your teachers, our grades are due today. So you'll be getting them sometime next week on Power School, and they're going to look different. And I just want to warn you guys, as we have most of you here, you're going to see your report cards kind of like you had in kindergarten, 1st and 2nd grade, where there's a secure, an approaching, a developing, and a beginning. Most of us right now in all of our standards for ELA are either a beginning or developing. Unless you have a comment saying that I didn't get work from you, know that we're working on those skills throughout the year. So nobody is secure in these skills right now. Okay. So I don't want you to feel badly about getting a B or a D on your report card, because that just means that we're all kind of in the same boat learning these skills right now. Does everybody understand?
Can I jump in too, Ms.
Yes, please.
So by the end of the year, you should have S's, which are secure, and A's or approaching. Okay? I can tell you with 100% certainty, no one has an S in math. None of you. Okay? There's a handful, less less than 5 that might have A's in math. And that's normal. If you have a beginning or a developing, you are right where you should be. The people we worry about are there. I have 9 people who have less than 10% achievement, and that means you haven't been doing your work. So your report card is going to say, I don't know what you know because you didn't do any work. So now that we're in marking period 2, we're glad to see some of you coming back to the herd because you were missing in action. And you really need to do these skills, not the people who are just new to this group, okay? So you also need to understand that an S, meaning secure, doesn't mean you get an A. And an approaching doesn't mean a B. And a beginning doesn't mean an F or a D, okay? You should be beginning because we just started. So if you see things on Power School or Schoology that says 33%, normally we would all be like, oh my gosh, that's terrible. I got a 33 out of 100. It's okay because this is new for all of us. Okay, so when you get your report cards, you're going to see beginning and developing, and none of that means that you are doing poorly. If you're doing poorly, Miss Curry, Miss Urt, or I would tell you.
Or you're getting a comment on your report card saying you're not doing your work. Step up your A game.
Right. Okay.
Because just to jump in with that, because we're all virtual right now, and we don't we still plan on going back on the 30th, but we don't know what could happen in the future if we would continue remote. It's so important for you guys to show us what you know by explaining more. So for science, don't just give us one-word answers. Elaborate on your responses. Give us all the information that you really do know so that we can see that you are getting to a higher level. Otherwise, we're going to think that, oh, you just know just a little bit, and you're going to stick with that beginning level, or maybe that developing. So show us more. Same with math. Instead of just showing us an answer, maybe showing the work that you did to get there. Because even if you got the answer wrong, we might be able to see that you did the steps correctly to get there, so you knew how to solve it. Maybe you just did your math wrong at the very end. So showing us the more work will eventually allow us to see what you can do on your own truly, and that can also bump up your scores too.
Yep. Can I add?
Go ahead.
I just wanted to add one more thing for ELA. And Bella, I do see your hand, just so you know. Some of you, there's actually a handful of you that do have an S on 2 standards on your report card. And the reason for that is we're taking your Columbia score. So when we did your, when we gave you that test and you had to you read the paper and then you had to read the passage and then wrote your answers out, and we got your independent reading level, some of you are above grade level on your reading level, so you will see an S, but that's probably the only thing you're going to see an S for reading and writing. Go ahead, Ms. McGuff.
So, what I need you guys to understand, what we need you guys to understand, is that every marking period, you're getting a grade for the exact same standard. And what does that mean in English? In marking period 1 in math, you are getting graded on volume. In marking period 2, you are getting graded in volume. In 3 and 4. And even what we want to see is by marking period 4 that you have an A for approaching or an S. So what we're trying to say is that you're just learning the beginning skills. It keeps repeating and it gets harder and harder and harder. So everyone has a chance to work towards if you would like to be approaching or secure. And you're going to have a combination on all of your skills from ELA, science, social studies, math. It's going to show you what you're really good at and what you could improve in. Okay, so understand you're getting the same report card every marking period with more added to it. Okay, so you have a chance to do better.
Bella has her hand raised if you're ready, Mrs. McGuff. Bella Wicked.
I'm ready. I'm done.
Okay.
When do we get our report cards?
I think on the 24th or 25th next week. We just got an email about it.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, I think it's Tuesday, but I'm not sure either.
Yeah. Any other questions? Connor?
Are you gonna mail us it or?
I don't think they're getting mailed. I think they're just going to be remote. Or
I
remote.
thought Mrs. McGuff was going to hand deliver them in her bikini.
I'm right on that.
Y'all are crazy. No, but I think they're just going to be posted on Power School for you and your parents to see. Okay. Any other questions? Also, if you have your camera off and you have a question, remember we've been using an ELA. The hand raising button, you click on participants, and then there's a button for you to click to raise your hand. You can always do that so you don't have to sit with your hand up the whole time, like poor Bella did. Devin, nope, Devin doesn't have a question. He was just practicing. Okay. All right, I can't think if there's anything else. Oh, just a reminder, we are still like this Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday next week, but we're off Thursday and Friday. Okay? And then we should be back Monday the 30th, which I don't see any reason that we wouldn't be at this point, because they're really making sure that we're keeping schools open and only closing if we have, 2 or more cases or whatever. Bella, and then Micah after.
What was I gonna say? I forgot what I was gonna say.
Okay, we'll go to Micah and then we'll come back to you. Go ahead, Micah.
This is more like a question from Mrs. McGuff.
Okay.
Okay.
This is kind of like a statement.
Okay.
Yeah, I know you want to come to our house in your bikini, but mine, no, that's not gonna work.
All right. Note it. Note it.
Don't do it, Mrs. McGuff.
Oh, I would scare all your neighbors, Micah. Oh my gosh.
All right. Bella, you got a question?
So, are you delivering them to our?
No, we were.
house?
That was just a joke. They're not getting delivered. They're not coming in the mail either. They're just gonna be online.
Okay.
Yeah. All right. Any other questions before we send you on your merry way?
Come to your meetings.
Yeah.
Just because we know Devin Johnson, hold on 1 second. We see you in the morning, but then the rest of you go MIA. That means missing in action. We don't know where you are.
Yep. Michael Ritz, Morgan, and Sophia all have questions. Do me a favor, guys. Use that hand raising thing. I know Morgan and Devin Johnson Mosley did. That way we can, you don't have to keep your hand up. All right.
Mine still doesn't work, Miss Sarah. The hand raising.
All right. Let's let Sophia go because her hand doesn't work. Hand raising thing.
Did you forget to record the meeting, or did you just not want to? This meeting.
This one, I actually started recording it after first in math announcements. I totally forgot.
Oh.
Yes.
So you can listen to my bikini talk again.
Yes. Sausage stuffing, by the way. Okay, Morgan.
This is just a question, not nothing for math or ELA. Do you guys have any ideas for family board games? Because my mom's gonna order them for Thanksgiving, since I'm not gonna have for Thanksgiving this year.
The whipped cream pie face one. I'm getting that for my kids.
Oh yeah, I like that one. There's also Pie Face Showdown, which is has 2, so you can both it's a competition.
That's awesome.
Does anybody have Throw the Burrito? I saw that game. Does anyone have the burrito game? Is it fun? Not me. Sophie, is it fun? I saw another one advertised. I think it's the upside down. You put glasses on and everything is upside down, and then you have to do whatever it is while you're upside down. And you can make your own cards for action after you use up what's in there. But they said that's supposed to be a lot of fun. Although they said you can only wear it for about 5 minutes at a time, the glasses. Wow, I love it.
Where's McGuff?
name.
Michael Ritz. Sorry.
I'm sorry, Michael. That was a weird connection for me. Can you repeat that?
Since you want to say there with my friends, I'll take you to my house.
All right, you can come by. 24 Alton Way.
Oh my God, I passed.
You can help me clean.
My friend Jack.
All right, come clean.
My friend Jack.
Mrs. McGuff, I passed your development yesterday.
You didn't come visit me?
I was going to, but I have to
Quarantine.
I'm quarantining you.
All right, Miss.
All right.
Isabella Albright, sorry.
Do we have a lot of work for today or no?
Yes.
Oh my gosh, I have so much for you.
Actually, ELA is kind of a lot because we didn't get to we were gonna do the graphic organizer yesterday, but we didn't get to it yesterday, so we're gonna do it today. I mean, it's not terrible, but it's gonna be more work today than originally planned.
Okay.
Have your work on, Bella? Are you ready for work?
I guess.
Oh, Mrs. McGuff, can I show everybody something real quick? Sorry, I'm trying to.
Yep.
Guys, really quickly, if for some reason you're not coming to today's lesson, like Lindsay, because you have a doctor's appointment or a dentist appointment, I want to show you something about Schoology that I think is really important. If your hand is up on the participants list, I see Mackenzie, Bella, and a couple more. Sorry, just went away. You don't have to hold your hand up because we see it. So, sorry, my phone is trying to pick
I
up.
don't want to go out there.
It's making that weird noise. All right, Friday the 20th. Sorry, I hear that weird noise. Okay. You need a lot of things to write your focusing question task. So I put them all in this folder. Everything that you need to use during this lesson video is in this folder. Do not just open up stuff and try to complete it and then ask me why you can't fill anything out on these and how to unsubmit this so you can do it. You are following along in the video and listening to what it tells you to do for these. The only thing that you're submitting today is 16B and this focusing question task for submission, but don't do it without watching the video because there's things that you need to do before you actually submit it. And I'm looking for those things, and it will negatively affect the grades that you get on your report card next marking period because this is one of the major writing assignments that you're going to have. I've included the links to 15A and 16A. Before you get to ELA today, if you cannot access these documents, I need you to email me before because we have 1 hour and we're going to need every minute of it today. So you're going to click on it. It's going to bring you directly to that page. Mine's going to look a little different, obviously. I want you to click on my document if it lets you. And if you can't open it back up, you have to email me before. I'm not doing it during that 1 hour time slot. We just don't have the time today. Okay? So that's pretty much it, Mrs. McGuff. Miss Curry, is there anything else for that today that you can think of for ELA?
No, just important to just, like you said, have everything out, open, and ready to go because if you miss that during ELA, you miss instruction while you're trying to play around and open up your documents, you're going to be a couple steps behind, and those couple steps are going to lead to more steps behind, and you're going to get a lot of things wrong and create more work for yourself.
Yeah, and I'm not...
Everything open.
Yeah, and I'm not waiting today. That's the thing. I'm not waiting for you to open up 15A, 16. We're just going, okay? All right, Bella Albright. Go ahead, honey.
For 15A, you already submitted it. I can see it. It's just I can't edit it.
Okay. Can you, copy and paste anything from it or no?
I don't think so.
Okay, that's what I need to know. So I'll go through and unsubmit them. Micah Brown. Do you still have a question? Okay, Michael Ritz. Do you still have a question? No. Bella Wicken. Do you still have a question?
No, I do not have a question.
Thank you, Micah. Okay.
Fallon does.
Fallon does. Okay. Bella Wicken and then Fallon.
So on Wednesday, we have like just
I'm sorry, what?
On Wednesday, do we have like just like specials and stuff, or do we have like work too?
Not for me. You're not going to have really anything other than work on your spelling because it'll be due the following week.
You're going to have math, but you have a week to do it.
Fallon.
Miss McDuff, yesterday I earned 180 stickers on Preston Math.
I know. I saw. That was awesome, Fallon. That was awesome.
Good job, Fallon.
Great job. And speaking of math and science, there was an assignment on Wednesday that's due today. I sent everybody an email who didn't do it. You have until the end of today to submit that. A lot of people did it, but some did not. Thank you. All right, we're in my math time.
All right, let's just take Mason because he leaves and Mackenzie stays with you, right?
Correct.
All right, Mason, go ahead, quick.
I didn't have a question. I didn't mean to put my hand up.
Okay. All right. Everybody from my homeroom, you are free to go. And then, Mackenzie, you can ask Mrs. McGuff your question, okay? I'll see you guys at 12 and 1:30, okay?
Bye, Alexa Redmond.
Micah, come to your live meeting today.